What is up, guys? It has been a hot minute. In this video, I kind of want to share like why I've been MIA. Honestly, this is a video, like this is a chapter of my life that I never really thought I was going to share. I was kind of just going to keep it to myself because it has been a really hard chapter for me. But you know, the longer it's been that I have been healing, the better I feel, and the more that I want to share that with you, and hopefully someone out there can benefit from me sharing these things and this video that I'm making as to why I've been a little MIA for the past few weeks, which is the first time ever that I've taken this much time off social media. I think it's been like 3 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, give or take. I don't know exactly. This last chapter of my life has been extremely hard for me. I'll kind of just give you like an overall synopsis and then kind of tell you how I've kind of turned things around and got back to feeling like myself. So first, I want to say, if you're out there and you're struggling with mental health or your physical health or your mindset, I just want you to know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and things can and will get better if you actively work towards trying to make them better. At the end of last year, I helped someone very close to me with addiction, and I took that stress on as my own, to the point where I was having panic attacks in my car. And you know, that's on top of the year that we all had, that is 2020, with the pandemic. I moved across the country 3 times. I postponed my wedding. Like, I think just all of these things, and then kind of that was just the cherry on top, that my stress levels went through the roof, and it began to manifest into physical health conditions, issues. So a few weeks or like a month or so later, at the end of last year in like December, my front teeth started to get loose, which was one of the scariest things, because I didn't know at the time. I didn't really understand that it was from stress, and I didn't know what was wrong. It was just really, really scary, and I didn't handle that well. I went to multiple dentists. I couldn't explain why my teeth were loose and wiggling, because like there was nothing that they could see medically that was wrong, which was really scary, because I thought that like my teeth were gonna fall out because they weren't getting better. And I didn't handle that well, because it was probably like one of the scariest like medical things that I have ever gone through or like dealt with. I mean, just like think about that, like your teeth are loose, like you can't bite into anything, you can barely chew, you can't talk because your tongue hits the back of your teeth when you talk. Anyways, I don't even want to get into it. I'm just like bringing myself back, and it wasn't a good time. So the whole beginning of the year, I didn't handle that well. I could barely get out of bed. I was like crying every day, like hiding in my closet crying, because I just felt like there was no solution. And that was like the darkest place that I've ever been in my life, to the point where I just like didn't want to be here anymore, which I've never had like feelings like that before. So it was just like the darkest place that I have ever been to and through. That's kind of where I have been this year. I'm doing so much better. My teeth are back to almost their full health when I stopped putting all of that stress on myself and on my body. I'm sorry if this is all over the place. I'm just kind of speaking from the heart, and this is uncomfortable kind of to share, because this is something I wasn't anticipating ever talking about. But I do believe that everyone is dealing with something, and if this video of me sharing kind of how I got through it can help someone else, then that's what I want to do. But I didn't realize that any of this was from stress. I just thought I had some weird disease. up until last month when I noticed that I had lost a lot of hair, that my hair was falling out faster than it was growing. And I'll post a photo here. This is what my hair used to look like. This is what it looked like last month. And then I have been really working on growing it back naturally and healthily by decreasing my stress. This is what it looks like now. So it's quite a bit of improvement in the last month. And then when I noticed that my hair had been falling out, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. That's when I knew I just like needed to take a step back and take care of myself, my health, my mental health, my stress levels. Because if I didn't take a step back these past few weeks to do that, I know that I would have wound up in the hospital with a stress-related illness, something way worse than what has I've already been through. And I knew that I could control that by just taking a step back and focusing on reducing my stress levels. Like, I've even put on 10 pounds this year from not even eating bad, because you guys know my fridge should be stocked with organic, but from my cortisol levels being just through the roof and not controlled by me. So we are in the season of falling back in love with Brie and putting my mental health first and just my overall health first. But this whole year and this whole experience has changed me so much for the better. It has taught me, that for one, everything is reversible. And you can see from my hair progress that I've made in this past month that, if you're in a place of not where you want to be with your health, you can improve it by being intentional and mindful and reducing your stress. I've also learned how to not handle really, really negative and scary things in my life, and to have a better attitude, and just to not lock myself in my closet and cry, because that is going to make things worse. But that's kind of where I've been and where I've been going, what I've been going through. And I'm sorry, but this video is like heavier and like than my normal videos, but I hope that this can be an inspiration to someone out there to take care of yourself. And I wanted to end this video on a really positive note. Well, first, just because I haven't been showing up on social media doesn't mean I haven't been working on some things in the background, which I will hopefully have ready for you in the next few weeks, so be on the lookout for that. But also, I want to read you this quote that I have pulled up on my computer, because this is a great reminder for you and also for me. And the quote, it's a Pinterest quote, so we're about to get a little corny, but sometimes the cliches, they're good. And it says, take care of you because the world can wait, and your mental health is so important. And I couldn't think of a better quote to end this video on, but that's the tea. And I hope you have an awesome day, and just thank you for sticking around. Thank you for the DMs that I have received, checking in on me. It's so appreciated. I love you, and just know that you're worth it. Your mental health is worth it. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Things will get better. Even if it feels like things just could never possibly ever get better, I promise you they can and they will. That's how I felt for the bulk of this year. And here I am, feeling good. And only gonna be feeling better, baby, because taking care of myself. And let me know if you want a hair video. I did extensive research to learn how I can grow back my hair naturally, and it has been working thus far, so I could totally make a video with all of the tips and tricks I have learned and have been implementing. Just let me know if that is something that you want.
I see a light in your eyes. I fall